beautiful view of the beach. Well, ladies, many of us worry about the health of the men in our lives, but how do you get them to see the doctor without being invasive or even nagging? Well, Dr. Erica Steele from Holistic Family Practice in Virginia Beach is here with some advice. Hey, Dr. Steele, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well, as
So
always.
the nagging effort doesn't always work, and I know I do it, and I'm sure there are women out there
Yes.
that do it. So,
well, and I think we don't even realize that we're nagging. We just say the same because it's important to us. We're passionate about it, so we're just continuously on and on and on and on, and they perceive it as nagging.
got it. So what is another method of communication that will get your husband or your man in your life to the doctor?
Yes. So I find that masculine men, which majority of the men that typically don't go to the doctor are more of the masculine men, they really, they want to make us happy. And so coming from our emotional state, like I'm worried about this, or I'm concerned about this, or I have a fear about this, would you mind giving them the power position in that, and ultimately giving them the choice?
Okay, give them the power. So you're doing a little mind game. Okay, got that.
It's not manipulation.
There's some with questions. Okay, so what is being missed for men who decide not to go to the doctor? What are some of the things that, could happen to them because they just wait to the last minute to go?
Well, I think common metabolic health concerns, so like hypertension, hyperlipidemia, which is high cholesterol. Obviously, if they're overweight, they realize that, but typically these other contributing lifestyle factors. So they're not drinking enough water, they're eating too high fat of food, those sorts of things. And what that is, it's almost like rocket fuel to whatever genetic predisposition that they have, which unfortunately sometimes that's why men don't go to the doctor, because they're so afraid. I've had many male patients come to the office like, I don't want to end up like my dad, my grandfather, they all died young, I really want to get on top of this. But that's not the norm. Some men tend to avoid, repress, deny.
I got it. So what are some of the symptoms that you need to be looking out for that may be related to health issues?
Yeah, so chronic headaches. A headache is not normal.
Okay.
That's a classic sign of dehydration. Naturally, if you're sluggish, energy loss, you have to kind of power through things. You're fatigued, you're not sleeping well. These are all really precursors to let you know that, there's something going on. If you just don't feel 100% revived, refreshed, and balanced, and naturally, physically, you're not able to do as what you normally would have done.
Got it. So when you're dealing with a health issue, are there some factors that men should be mindful of as they age?
So naturally, what I just mentioned in terms of all the metabolic health conditions, we talked, you guys spoke with the other doctor from the urology perspective, prostate and inflammatory processes around the prostate, the bladder, those sorts of things, increased urination, all of those are definitely things to pay attention to and be really mindful of.
So when you have that woman going in your office with their man, what is the dialogue like? And then what are some of the happy stories that, you've had because he's decided
I think some of the dynamic that I've seen is the wives are angry and they're afraid.
Okay.
I mean, that's really because they've been trying and forcing, and now their husbands or significant other has now generated a health condition, and now they're scared that they may lose them. So that's some dynamic, but recognizing for the woman, like it's ultimately their choice, and you're not making the choice for them, but you're supporting them in the choice, and you're communicating from a place of your concern. Because if you don't communicate from that, then they really don't get the importance of it.
And the men, how are they when they come in?
I think sometimes a little shell-shocked. They want to do right, they want to make happy. Sometimes they don't know how, they're overwhelmed. We as women sometimes get overwhelmed with our health. When you've been doing a certain habit for 40-something plus years, and you've got, this big elephant in the room and you need to deal with it, it's like, where do I start, what do I do? And that's one of the things that I really specialize in my practice is creating step-by-step approaches. We're not going to do everything overnight. We're going to focus on our water and our stress. And, we do it incrementally so it builds over time.
So it's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand you have some classes that are coming up too.
Yes,
Tell me about them.
So we have 3 classes. So this one's all about dads and dads' health, obviously in alignment with Father's Day. So we're really looking at helping encouraging dad to stay conscious with his health. This is a perfect opportunity to passively bring either your father or your husband, significant other to that class, because we're all going to be talking about mental health, and we'll also be doing a meditation in this class.
Wonderful, and those are the dates for it. And then how do we make an appointment with you?
So I have a scheduler, which is awesome. So you just call our office, 757-685-4325. I think 9 to 9 is when our scheduler is open and they schedule. We do a 15-minute complimentary wellness appointment.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Steele. It's always a pleasure when you come.
Yes.
Sure.